All right, yo, 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 welcome in. Take notes, grab a pen. Welcome back to another episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show with the host, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy. And we are back with another WWE Rewind, pay-per-view rewind with Crash at the Castle 2022. This is probably one of the first 2020 pay-per-views I've seen.
And it
Besides
was
that,
good too.
besides that one garbage one y'all had me watch. Yeah. And then the stupid Great Balls of Fire one too. But
Oh, great balls of fire.
I got my brothers here with me, my man Jojo and Andre the Sport Guy. Fellas.
What is going on? I'm happy to be back on the show. Feels like it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a week because we just recorded last week. But
Yeah,
dropped 3 videos last week, so
this
we're
man felt
gonna
like Drake.
I know, right? I was trying to be on my Drizzy stuff and drop 3 projects at the same time. But it's all good though, man. I actually messed up the settings on the video, so I gotta fix it today, actually. I don't think I made it public, so I gotta make it public real quick. But we back with this rewind. This was JoJo's pay-per-view, so JoJo, lead us off, my brother.
All right, so when you think of the 2022, you think of WWE being on fire once again. You had the Bloodline running the show. You
Hmm.
had Seth Rollins and Riddle going at it. You had
That was personal.
Damage Control running the women's division, Bianca Belair on top, and then you had the Revive. Well, you had the Judgment Day
Hmm.
being born, and slowly turned to one of the most dominant groups on Raw. Then on top of that, you had the shocking heel turn of Dominic Mysterio. I just feel like this pay-per-view was one of the ones that set WWE in stone. Just like, yeah, we back and we back better than ever. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, if anybody want to get into modern day WWE, I recommend this pay-per-view a lot.
So, hey, talk to us. What's the first match on the card?
First match on the card, we got Damage Control of Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky versus Alyssa Bliss, Asuka, and Bianca Belair. I think it was a good way to kick the show off. I give it a 7.
Hmm.
It wasn't nothing crazy, but it wasn't terrible either. And then I like how the fans was cheering for Bailey, even though she was the heel. And I
Hmm.
don't know why, but international fans, like I love Bailey, but international fans take they love for Bailey to the next level. Like they got chance and all that.
Hmm.
To see Io Sky from then to like where she is at now, that's a great thing to see. Um, Dakota Kai sucks. She's not in the company anymore, but I feel like she could have been a good mid Carter in this company. Could even probably held a world title once.
Hmm.
Asuka, she's on her leave, her absence right now, but seeing Asuka compared to Asuka now, bro, like it's a whole nother level. Like I like seeing that heel side of Asuka, Alexa Bliss doing her thing with Charlotte. And bro, I don't care what nobody say, this women's division Miss Bianca Belair heavily. Her
Yeah.
charisma, the way she connect with the fans, her athleticism. Yeah, man, I give this match a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, I gave it the same rating, a 7 for me. It was 18 minutes 44 seconds, so that was like JoJo kind of said. That was a good way to kick the show off. There's a lot of fast paced action in that match, a few solid high flying spots, and kind of like piggybacking off what JoJo said, it is crazy to see where EO is today compared to where she was, and that was only 4 years ago.
Hmm.
So it's crazy to see how big of a jump she made in this short 4 years, in these last 4 years. So I liked it, man. It was a really good match.
Not gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna give this 8.5. Not because I think just a simple fact because this was probably like all the pay-per-views we've seen and done like this past year. This was probably one of the first women's opening matches I've seen too. So, and I think it was pretty good. It was a pretty good tag team match that was given like a lot of time to build up like the Belair getting that hot tag. The result was that, what they expected to be because, what I mentioned was like in the preview. Like like JoJo said, this tag team, like this the women's division was like, I'm like, dang, these superstars. I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, damn, they okay. Like I didn't know that this was this heavy, like rotation. I'm like, dang, they got a lot to choose from. So Yeah.
And then like this like
Hmm.
dragged out into like war games where you had
Right.
Rhea Ripley teamed up with Damage Control. Then you had Becky Lynch coming back after separating her shoulder at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So all this played out in the long run. And then like you had Asuka versus Bianca at
Yeah.
WrestleMania 39. You had Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown's Women's title. You know, a lot of this
Right.
stuff played out.
They
Then
did. They
yeah,
did,
and
bro.
then this is like after WrestleMania 39, that's when they did like the slow turn of Damage Control turning on Bailey. And you know, Bailey obviously went on to get the world title off of Io Sky. So everything
Hmm.
worked out in his favor though.
Yeah, I give it 8.5. It was a good match overall, but it had
Yeah.
like maybe a few dead spots in there, but it did pick up like well toward the end. So I'm gonna give it 8.5. And like I said, this was like one of the first women matches I've seen at like the beginning of the kickoff of the show. So I salute it.
Hmm. All right, now the next match we got that boy Gunther versus Sheamus. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This match is a 10
Physical.
out of 10. It's no
Mhm.
explanation or nothing. This match was physical from start to finish. I feel like, bro, they need to let Sheamus win the IC title one time, bro. I really feel like he's long overdue for it. He's held everything in the WWE except for the IC title. Let the man get the IC title, bro. It's only right. Um, there's no complaints about this match. Like I said, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for I'm glad. So far we 2 for 2 because I gave that a 10 too, just because when you put knowing the caliber superstar that Sheamus and Gunther are, you knew right off the bat as soon as you saw it on the card, as soon as it was made, you knew right away like that's going to be a physical bout. It's two brutes, two brawlers going at it. And let me tell you something. Those slaps and chops that they were throwing at each other was just nasty.
Mhm.
I mean, he chopped Sheamus so bad that his chest looked like they started to get scratches on him. So that match, I mean, from start to finish, that match was a hard. It was hard hitting.
I can say that this is on the first time ever in this show that we all had a 10 out of 10. In the second damn match or two.
Oh,
Damn, it's just like it's just got better. Like this match was incredible, man. That's the kind of wrestling I love. You know, I gave it 10 stars, you know, because it definitely was like a contender. And you know, definitely I say if I would have probably watched some matches from 2022, which I like seen a few, I would say this is probably the match of the year for real, in my opinion. Because
and you
this
know
was
what's
a
crazy,
this
bro?
was a good ass match.
I think at WrestleMania 39, Gunther defended the title again to I think against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, bro, and that match was even better than this.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
man, like people don't talk about Gunther enough, bro. Gunther catalog in WWE is pretty nice, bro. Like
Yep.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. And then, like you
He has
said
a
too,
good
JoJo,
resume.
if
yes,
y'all getting into WWE, I would recommend this one because this
yeah.
was like I said, like you said, from start to finish, getting like Dre said, the chopping. Both of them had some pretty dominant hits. You know what I'm saying? That one power bomb leading to like the win and shit. I was like, God damn. I'm gonna
Hmm.
definitely say 10 out of 10 for this one. This was well earned. Like, give me this kind of wrestling, like over any gymnastic moves, you know, that we see in
Yep.
like today's wrestling. I love this shit. So I like
And
that.
man, they probably said before the show, like before they went out there, hey, we're throwing anything and everything. So we're hitting at 100% here. So they
Mhm.
both understood the assignment, and they're all right. Let's do this.
All right, so next match we got Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love Liv Morgan, but
Could have
I
been
did not
better.
care for this match. I'm not gonna lie. It was all right at best. It wasn't nothing crazy. Felt like it was lackluster in a way.
Yeah.
Um, and I want to say this about Shayna Baszler. I feel like Shayna Baszler was one of the ones that was fumble heavily coming out of NXT.
Yes.
Shayna Baszler should have beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Like you had Shayna Baszler pop up on TV as a vicious woman, and then you have her lose at WrestleMania. I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, from that, she had no direction and she was all over the place. So I feel like she was one of the ones that need a change of scenery. Um, like I still like Shayna, bro. I feel like Shayna could have been nice, they would have actually did something with her, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I think this is probably like her second world title match she was in, second or third. I'm not sure on the main roster, but I just feel like it was nasty work, man. But this match right here, I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah, honestly, that for me, I gave it a 5 as well, just because, like I said, I love Liv Morgan. I do. It's just that match. I've seen her have better matches than than this one. But I mean, Shayna Baszler for me, when she first came out, she was someone I immediately forgot what 2K she came out on, but I remember using her heavily like an immediate world champion because she has the attributes to do it. She had the talent to do it. So I feel like you said, they definitely fumbled with Baszler. But outside of this, there were a couple big spots in that match. But other than that, I mean, it was all right. It wasn't the greatest match.
Yeah.
So 5 for me. Like I said, I've seen Liv have better matches than this.
I was gonna give it a 4, but I had to go back and look at the story behind it. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna give it a 7 because it was a solid match with a good story. It was a tough like to follow like the match before it, but I'm like, let me go back and like actually check out their story. So I had to go like YouTube this, YouTube that, and do all this and watch this and that. But I felt like it was a solid match. Like I said, good story. Morgan sold like the left arm injury very well, but also countered like the submissions throughout the match and damaged like her arm as well. Like, god damn, that played into the story like very well. So, like her like Bachelor, whatever her name is, selling that left arm injury. Kudos to her. Kudos to you for that. And I think I think she said when I was researching it, that her arm was like effed up for real.
It was.
So yeah, I was like,
Even
damn.
that step in the promo when she steps on her arm, that shit just looks nasty.
Yeah,
Bro,
that kind of hurt my soul a little bit. But
I remember
Morgan, she,
when,
she showed some good baby face heart though. I'm gonna
I forgot
definitely,
she was a baby face.
yeah,
bro,
I'm gonna shout out to Morgan. She showed some good baby face heart.
yeah,
So I'm gonna give
bro.
it a 7. But
I
the reason
remember,
why I don't give it like higher, and I was gonna go for like 6.5 because the crowd was also there for it too. And y'all know my biggest pet peeve: if the crowd ain't into it, then that's definitely gonna affect your ratings. Is what I can. So.
I remember when Leah first won the briefcase, man, that was like one of the best things I ever seen because I feel like she deserved it. Then she cashed in on Ronda, which like everybody was happy because people really didn't F with Ronda Rousey like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro, 'cause like how much people didn't like Ronda, bro. I would have had Liv Morgan beat her twice, but you can also see
Yeah.
how much Liv Morgan has improved in the ring to where she is now. Cause like she was fresh in the ring then, but like now she's like that now.
She's seasoned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's cooking. She's been cooking in the ring, but
Like she knows her confidence levels through the roof now.
yeah, it's just like this match. I just didn't really care for it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hopefully.
All right, so next match we got, if I'm reading correctly, Edge and Rey Mysterio with Dominic Mysterio in the corner versus the Judgment Day of Damian Priest and Finn Balor. This match was all right. I give it a 6.5. It was like nothing crazy. Edge, bro, Edge entrance in that arena, bro, with that crowd was electric. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, Edge doing the 619 was kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie to you,
It looks
but.
so off brand. Not gonna lie to you. That shit looks so off brand.
But I don't think the match was bad, but I just think Dom turning heel overshadowed this match heavily,
Yeah.
especially since they did it in England too. I think in Wales. I
Yeah.
think yeah, over there in Europe. So that overshadowed a lot of that stuff. So like when you look at this match, the match wasn't bad, but that historic moment of Dom turning on his dad and Edge, bro, that's gonna cement itself in WWE history forever. So I give it a 6.5, 7.
Yeah, 7 for me. That for me for it being 12 minutes, I thought that was a decent match. And also, as Marv always points out, the promo. I love the little story behind it too. The little build up uh goes to show. And honestly, the Dom turn at that specific point in time, I did not see that coming. Like I really
Nah.
didn't expect it to be that quick. Um, but for me, so many solid spots throughout the match. Of course, Edge hitting 619. I had to replay that like 2 or 3 times, but that spear on Finn Balor, man, almost split that man in half. That was a good spear.
Hmm.
Like I said, it was a good match. I like the spots in there, and then to top it all off, to put a little flavor in there, they then used Dom to turn on both.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's funny too seeing Rhea Ripley then to seeing her now. She has changed like appearance wise from there to now. So it's just
Hmm.
crazy seeing where the Judgment Day was then, and then see where they are 4 years later.
I'm gonna give this match. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, just because like it's two of my top like favorite people and shit. I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
give it.
kids go.
I gotta give it an 8 because it was an entertaining tag team match. You know, there was some illegal man action like more than usual in a regular WWE match, but there were also some excellent spots with Ray in the ring legally. You know, quite being doing some moves and shit like that. Like I said, Edge doing that 619 was very awkward, but it was funny to see. You know, that's not common in the WWE compared to like other wrestling companies and stuff. But they did a lot in this match. I ain't gonna lie to you. But like the thought like that maybe Judgment Day would be like, you know, what it like Judgment Day, I think like I was trying to think. Wasn't Judgment Day before this?
Yeah, Edge was the leader, and
Yeah,
then they
that's what I
threw
was
him
saying.
out
Like,
for
yeah.
Finn.
Yeah, because I'm looking like, okay. So I had to like do this is another match I had to do some research on instead too. Because like I said, this was around the time I really wasn't watching.
Hmm.
But Edge, you know, getting his revenge on the group that, you know, that turned on him and shit. So
The right person won, right
yeah,
team won.
right team wrong. But like Jojo also said, Dom turning heel was probably overshadowed everything. So I'm gonna still give it an
Yeah.
8 though.
Bro, Dom, bro, that honestly, bro, because I really rock with my boy Dom, bro, but this like really cemented his spot in WWE too as a heel, bro, if you really
Hmm.
think about it, because
Yeah,
like Dom is cool as a face, but he needed to step out his dad's shadow, bro,
yeah,
and just
yeah.
be him. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's
Yep.
what he did, bro. So happy for Dom, bro.
Look where he's at now.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
But I think, yeah, because I think Edge is still in the storyline after this pay-per-view, because I think
Mhm. Because
him and
didn't they do a
Finn and them.
concerto on Beth?
Yeah, because it was an I Quit match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Rhea still hit Beth. So yeah, he was still in this storyline with the Judgment Day. So so the next match we got Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle. The right person won, by the way. I don't really rock with Riddle like that, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like just rant on him, bro, but he had it made, bro. He was just so stupid and his
He.
pride was just
Yep.
so high. Like, bro, just learn how to shut up, bro. Like, that's your problem. Like, you can't tell people nothing they don't want to be taught to. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of them cases to where, like, he had it made. He was performing at WrestleMania. He was
Had a
performing.
match with Roman.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and now he's in the indies and freaking high school gyms and stuff. And he's like, no hate to nobody, that's performing their way
But you
up.
did
But
that to yourself.
yeah, he did it to himself, bro. Think he could talk to people any kind of way, talk bad about him, bro. And now you think people owe you something now because your actions got you put out of WWE. And not only that, they don't even want to bring you back because of your mouth and you're reckless. Man, but this match right here. This was a good match, bro. Like I said, I think Seth Rollins winning was the right move. Um, this match was great for him to go in the turnbuckle and hit Riddle with a stump. That was poetic. I'm gonna give this match a 9.5, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really enjoyed this match, and bro, Riddle could have been a big player in WWE, bro, if he would just kept his act
Shut
together,
mouth
bro.
shut. Yep.
Yeah, it sucks that he did this to himself, bro.
And it was like I said, he's a great in-ring performer. We saw it from his NXT days with on the main roster. I think he even went toe to toe with Brock at one point, didn't he?
Hmm.
So he had, and like we just said about Gunther, he had a good resume. Unfortunately, Gunther took advantage of his opportunities. Matt didn't,
Yeah,
and you do realize too that was a personal, like actual personal family situation too. Seth Rollins is wild for that. He straight said how's you and your speaking of family? Oh wait, you don't have yours. And when he added that and then added bitch ass at the end, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, and like a lot of
yeah,
people don't know this, they did not fuck with each other at all. Seth
at
Rollins and
all.
Riddle, they did not like each other. And it's more so because I think it was like Riddle wife said something about Becky,
Hmm.
and Seth caught wind of it, and so like they was beefing since, bro. So I mean, it's crazy, bro. Like when you got your private life intervening with your work, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I can't blame Seth Rollins for not really rocking with the guy, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you don't need to bring your private life into your place of work. You know what I'm saying? Especially if
Hmm.
it's nobody's business. She had no business, like, to comment on Becky Lynch. And
Oh yeah,
because if I was in the game, right, and my wife said something out of pocket about one of my coworkers, I would check her and I apologize on my actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something a man would do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't allow your wife to check somebody and then you don't apologize to your coworker because your pride and your ego is through the roof. Like, come on,
and
bro.
then you get upset when Seth Rollins and Becky fire back.
Exactly.
So you never get personal, man. But I ain't gonna lie. That's probably what made this match rank so higher because, like I said, it was a great match as expected. I mean, I wouldn't rank it as high as like Seth's best matches
Yeah,
that year because I seen him in some few matches in 2022. I was like, God damn, he had some dope ass matches, especially with Cody Rhodes.
Hmm.
But it was very entertaining like the whole way. Like the intensity really picked up, like y'all said, when he was Rollins was like trash talking, calling this nigga like a loser and shit, mentioning his kids. That's what I'm saying. That's when gloves come off. I was like, all right, you got it.
Yeah.
Which fire riddled up, but it really didn't get enough like near falls. But
but I mean, like
it had a
like
lot of
Rick,
offense though. But I love like big matches like these though. You know what I'm saying? So it had, like you said, a lot of personal shit going on into it. I'm not a Matt Riddle guy though. I
I
don't
never
think
have.
I don't, but it didn't seem like it hurt him by losing a match like this to Rollins, who was like more established as a former multiple time WWE champion. Riddle had like, a good showing too, but I'm just not a big Matt
Hmm.
Riddle guy at all. Like you said, Joe, he just talked too much.
Yeah.
So
Bro, and
and
man, people need to stop.
Shout out to Rollins for doing that Orton DDT too. That shit was
Yeah.
that shit was
And they need to
fire.
stop slandering my boy Seth Rollins on the internet, bro. Because these people be pissing me out to myself. He's not that good. He's washed. He ain't been good since 15. Man, y'all shut up.
Mm.
Shut up. Man, come on, bro. We not, man. Seth Rollins versus Cody, bro. That's one right there, bro. This match wasn't even one of Rollins' best.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. If we want to get technical, Rollins' whole reign as the world champion, bro, on Raw, his first run, bro. Come on, stop it. Stop it, bro. Rollins versus Punk versus Reigns at last year's Mania. Come on, what we doing, bro? And he's washed? Okay, bro. Y'all finna stop playing with the Seth like that, bro. Y'all gonna stop playing with Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Man, these Shield boys really do it out here, man. Like, for real. All right, so the next.
And the mic drop.
All right, bro. So we got the main event. We got Drew McIntyre versus the head of the table,
30
aka the
minutes.
OTC, aka the Tribal Chief, aka the Needle Mover, aka Mr. 1316 Days, Roman Reigns, bro. This match,
Roman motherfucking Reigns,
bro,
actually.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because I knew Roman was gonna win a lot of his matches as the world title, bro. As the world champ. But this match right here had me a little scared, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Drew was gonna beat Roman, bro.
30 minutes and 47 seconds
Yes,
is how
bro.
long those two went at it. Pause.
I legit thought he was gonna beat Roman. And he
Me
probably
too.
I think him, Sammy, and Cody at night one at 39, I thought those are gonna be the only three to beat Roman. And a little bit towards Jay too, a little bit towards Jay at SummerSlam. I thought those four was gonna beat Roman through this historic reign, bro. But when Solo popped out and screwed Drew over at his home country, bro, that was
Yeah,
wild. And it
that
was
was
poetic.
perfect.
Yes, it was poetic. And now I feel like they somewhat milking it now with having the Samoans come back or debut in black hoodies and stuff like that. I think they're overdoing it now. But in this
Mhm.
moment right here, bro, nobody expected Solo to pop up. Nobody.
Nope.
Solo came
And
from under the ring, pulled him under. And the
In
rest,
his own home country too.
yes, bro.
Crazy.
In front of Tyson Fury.
Yep.
In front of Tyson Fury, bro. Come on, man. But I get this match at 8, bro. I enjoyed this main event. It was great. And people need to stop talking like Roman Reigns is washed, bro. When Roman Reigns want to work, bro, and he put his boots on, bro, Roman Reigns is arguably the best working in that company. And I argue with that with anybody, bro. Come on. Look what he just did with Punk and look what he just did with Punk at Mania. Not only that, he just did a banger with Jacob Fatu at Backlash, bro. Stop. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect these Shield boys like that, bro. That ain't happening. Not on my watch.
This match, I ain't
Hello.
gonna lie, man. I'm gonna give it a 10. Because like you said, this is GOAT Roman we're talking about here, man. Come
Hmm.
on now. It was an excellent main event. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This was like one of the biggest prizes in the WWE. Like I was when you told me to preview JoJo, I was like reading something that Solo Suka said or something like that. I forgot what he said though. Damn. Should have prepared myself. But like I said, man, I it was some spots where I thought Drew was gonna win. And Drew always been one of my dudes, man. He
Yeah.
just like, but if you're going to have to like retain Roman, you gotta be like, what's that commercial? Gotta be quicker than that. You gotta be quicker than that. I was like, oh shit.
Gotta be quick.
And I think this was one of these matches where you like, wait, what's the script here? Like how you be on set and you just be like, what's the script? Hey, why is motherfuckers going on script? Like, do they want him to
And those
win
two
or do they
don't need
want him?
one.
Yeah, they didn't need one right there, man. I'm like, you could have let them two fight without a script, though. I'm gonna get this shit. I gotta get at least a nine.
I'm sorry, bro, but for me, I gave that match a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's two for me. The main event and the second match, because that main
Mhm.
event, bro, it could have been the worst of the worst, but what you
Right.
put Drew and Roman in, just on paper, you'll look at certain things and be like, that looks fire. And then you go watch the pay-per-view and you're like,
Yeah.
ooh. No, they worked so well in the ring together.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Like you said, a
this.
script. The
Yeah, I'm
fuck?
gonna say
If you
this.
give them a script, they probably crumpled it up and threw it away.
It's like it seemed like the first 10 minutes was scripted because it was so slow. But it's like, all right, they probably said, fuck this, we got this. And then
Yeah, then it
mid-match, it
picked
just
up.
picked up. It picked up like a motherfucker. So I'm gonna say
And
this, man. And that dramatic, like in the final third of the match, shout out to that part, man.
and
Because
shout out to the bloodline too, interfering. Like when they interfered at the
hmm
right moments.
yeah,
Hmm.
because it was some,
So I mean, shout out to Drew. Like I said, a lot of big spots throughout that match. The match was 30 fucking minutes, man.
exactly
Um,
a lot of near
so
falls
just
too.
shout out to those two. So 10 for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I like how they ripped Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy off. They had injuries and stuff like that, and they couldn't make it to
Hmm
England.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they sold their injuries real good until like next freaking Friday until they popped up and introduced Solo Sikoa to the whole
Yeah.
SmackDown fan base.
Right.
And then that's when this dragged out to think Survivor Series at War Games.
Sorry.
Kevin Owens returning to side with the Brawling Brutes.
hmm
And I think this is like when Jay finally accepted I said Sheamus. Jay finally accepted Sammy as the honorary rules. The bloodline was very peak at that time. And then, that's when Roman and Sammy started having their little tension, heading into Royal Rumble. Then you had Cody, you had all that going on. So all this played into one big storyline until
Yeah.
like the next year,
Boy,
everything.
stop drinking them damn Red Bulls. That's your second one. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I got it. I'll
Yeah,
be good.
all right. My fault, Jojo. But yeah, I get what y'all saying, and I feel like there's a lot of people that will be mad about like the result of this because, like I said, Roman didn't win clean here. It was cheap, but that's
Mhm.
classic pro wrestling, though.
He's a heel. What do you
Exactly.
expect?
Yeah, he's a heel champion, and
Everyone's like,
they
"Oh, he didn't win his all his matches by not one match was won cleanly." Okay, he's a
Bro, he
bad
beat
guy.
John Cena clean,
right.
bro.
They win how I know it's gonna work. If that makes any sense.
Yep,
If you know it's
and
gonna
that's just
work,
who Roman was.
that's how you gotta win.
I'm sorry that you guys don't like old school heels. I'm sorry. If you
I
guys
like
didn't like that, then you would have. Everyone in this era for sure would have hated Edge back then
Right.
too.
and Triple H.
And
Exactly.
Like,
But
come on, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, JoJo. This is probably the best one you picked. Shout out to you.
yeah, this is a great one,
Bro, this is a
especially in the
great pay-per-view,
2020s.
man.
You picked some rocky ones, but this one here,
What? I
You
ain't
pick
never
some.
picked no rocking one. The only rocking one I picked was that Crown Jewel one. And I did that one intentionally. But what rocking one I picked?
They all been a little suspect though.
Stop, man. It's always been one hater, man.
So Royal Rumble 2004 is next.
Dude,
Yeah,
great.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This might be the highest one I ranked. This is a 9 out of 10. I ain't gonna cap to y'all.
It's a
Nine,
nine and a
yeah,
half for
I
same
me.
for
because
me.
I gotta give like Gunther and Sheamus the high
Mhm.
ranking. Roman definitely took the I ain't gonna I'm gonna definitely put Roman and Drew. Gotta put my man Seth in there, and I gotta put like
Yeah.
the girls in there too, man. So it gets a mixture because, like I said, I can't really find one bad match on this card.
I
You
think
know,
if you had to pick a weak one, it's definitely Liv and Shayna, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I
the
just
only
Yeah,
reason why is because I think she probably sold the hell out of their arm injury. That's probably why.
mhm.
They maybe the storyline leading up to it was mid, but it seemed like they had some real shit going on with them too.
real heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think the Clash at the Castle was a 9 out of 10. Like
Oh yeah, it
20.
was a great pay-per-view, man. That's why I
And
picked it because I remember I was like, bro, I want to watch this again, bro.
Yeah,
shout out JoJo again for picking that one. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna
yeah.
rewatch it again too.
His first good one, y'all.
Stop.
Hey, what
Stop
about
it.
who did Survivor Series and SummerSlam? Didn't you do one of those, Joe?
I did
I
SummerSlam.
did
He did.
Survivor
So yeah, he
Series
did.
in
I did
'03.
Yeah,
some.
Survivor Series was fire.
No, you did O2. It was O2.
Yeah, it was '02 because
Yeah,
you did SummerSlam '02.
yeah.
That had
That
We had a
was
Rashawn and
debate on
Triple
which
H.
one is better, SummerSlam or Survivor Series.
I
SummerSlam. What
think
do you mean?
SummerSlam.
Yeah, of course. Me.
Nah, I lied. I think Survivor Series.
Yeah, you bullshitting. All right.
No, I'm not.
Nah, I mean, it was both when Shawn Michaels was returning because, like I said,
Yeah,
2002 was Shawn Michaels' year.
I
So
think
any pay per
Survivor
view with him
Series.
in there, like I
Hmm.
think any pay per view with him in there around that time is fire. Not gonna lie to it. But these, like I said, watch your knees and shit. Like this is why I feel like this is a good idea. I like doing stuff like this. So, Dre, what are you giving this?
9.
Nah, what you say, JoJo? No, not that. You
I
said
said
10?
9.5.
Yeah, I can't hate. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna change my mind. Because, like I said, I got to give it a 10. I can't find one garbage match on.
Yeah,
And this was something like I didn't even get up this whole pay per view. I was like, wow, I sat through this whole fucking pay per view without getting up. I was like, okay, that's a first timer. I didn't have to skip nothing, fast forward through nothing. I actually rewinded a few times. I was like, oh shit, okay, okay. Look at JoJo trying to make my show great. I appreciate that. Did something right, kid. I'm proud of you. It just JoJo, don't look at me like that.
I ain't look at you like that, bro. I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
Mhm.
I'm just looking, bro. I can't look, man. Like, come on,
Nah,
bro.
it's okay, man. I'm big brother, man. It's all right. It's okay.
Wait, so who's picking next?
Me, me.
All right, what you got, man?
You'll see.
Dude,
You'll see,
I gotta
man.
work that day.
All right, you'll find a way to make it work. You'll find a way
I
to
gotta
make
work.
it.
I gotta work every day,
Okay.
man. Dude, please don't, bro.
Please don't what? What happened?
I just got a feeling you gonna pick something that's gonna.
With
Oh
who?
my God,
With who? Who you? I'll say.
no,
I'm
bro,
gonna ask. So
no,
I'm gonna really ask you now on camera.
no, bro.
Would you Benoit or your man's Alberto with one of them?
Uh,
With one of them headlining
Chris
a main
Benoit.
event? So you got to pick one.
you gotta pick one. All right, I'm gonna pick Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Yeah, this ain't basketball. So nice
I
try.
picked Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle garbage.
I ain't gonna. He ain't garbage, but he's very stupid.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't like dumbass people like.
Yeah.
So I just don't. People who talk too much don't listen. Like
Hmm.
if you could sit here and like you said talk too much, I'm like people learn to listen. We all don't know everything. I just hate a motherfucker who knows it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Matt Riddle feels like he knows, like he came out the womb knowing everything. You know what I'm saying? You know me. My
Hmm.
pet peeve like that. I just hate people.
It's
It
the reason
just
he got kicked out of the UFC too, by the way. So that's all I'm gonna say.
exactly. So yeah, We'll pick another one. Dre, thank you for rocking with us. I know you're on your way to the money, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of with you though, Marv, because
Yeah.
I get it. It was personal. I get that,
Yeah,
but that
it's
last shot that set through, that
yeah,
last shot that set through was crazy.
exactly.
He said, "Are we rolling?"
But you know what's crazy though? I almost didn't pick this pay-per-view. I was
Why?
finna pick Women's Evolution, the first one.
I
It
think
was
I
the
saw
all
that.
women.
I
That
saw
was a
that
I
good
one.
was
one
finna
too.
pick it.
I saw that one. That wasn't bad though. I think I see Women's Evolution.
You would have been good with either or.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta pick a good one.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, Jojo. I think you'll like it.
All right,
It's gonna
man.
have all your favorite superstars in it too. All your favorites. Edge, Alberto, Chris, Mr. Benoit.
It's definitely been well for him.
So yeah, we're gonna pick one with all your favorite people.
Either Benoit or
I might.
Alberto.
Yeah, so you can either pick the Royal Rumble '04 or 2011. Either way, they're gonna show up on the show soon. Got plenty of pay-per-views to pick from, bro. Especially the 2000s. Where Benoit was that guy in '04. I don't give a fuck about you. You can still hear me. I don't give a shit. You can still hear me, brother. You
And
can
he
mute
muted
your
his
you
mic.
can that does not mean you can still hear me talking. It's all good, man. Like, comment, subscribe, so we can raise JoJo's blood pressure up, y'all.
And I'm not gonna lie, raising JoJo's blood pressure is honestly the most fun we get on this show.
Hashtag raising JoJo's blood pressure with his favorite superstars. So we gonna pick wisely here on the next one. Because I'm gonna torture him the next show. So Dre, have a good day. Love you, my brother. Like, comment,
Yes, sir.
subscribe. JoJo, you weirdo. People so unappreciative. Look at this shit. Look at this man. You do something nice for people and then they want to act up. Look at this shit.
That's why his palate jack gonna be messed up when he go tomorrow.
Nah, I don't wish nothing bad
How
on
about I
him.
run you over with the pallet jack?
I knew you was gonna say that. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't say I don't wish nothing on him at work what happens. But black people
He
can't
gonna
be
have
nice to
he
him.
gonna get he gonna have three palate jacks just fall.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up some ones for your favorite superstars. So,
Oh my gosh, bro.
yeah, so I'll see y'all on the next one. This is fun.
Wait, are you still recording?
Yes, I am. I'm about to stop right now.
Okay. I'll